Okay, so the next thing I will do now is that I will take these here, and I will look for a size that is most suitable to what I want to do. So I look at that verse and say, okay, if I have to write it down, I probably will use one of this, like that one there or something like that. Right, then the next thing I'm going to do now, so remember the reason why I'm showing you how I verse map over here, and it is going to be a long video, is because I'm not using a template. All right, because some of us, we may not have a laptop, or we may not have paper, a printer, or to be able to print out templates or whatever. So yes, I've got these stencils over here, but who's to say you need stencils? Okay, you can even use your ruler and your pen, right? Or your pencil or whatever it is, but that's why I want to show you how I verse map without a template or anything of that sort, just to show you that there are different ways of still getting the job done. Okay, so I look now and I'll say, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. All right, so now what I will do is that this is my phone, this is my old phone, and I am going to now go in, and I am going to, firstly, before I look at that thing, I am going to go to Bible Hub. All right, there's many videos on Bible Hub, and I'm going to go to Blue Letter Bible. Right, those are two apps on my phone. So you can go to commentaries if you want to, but I'm going to go to Bible Hub and Blue Letter Bible. These are free. You can see that I have a whole lot, but I'm going to go to Bible Hub, and I'm going to choose now Matthew 4. So there's Matthew here, Matthew, okay, Matthew, and then I'm going to go to 4. Okay, so there's Matthew 4 coming up here because I've already went into it, and I'm going to look and say, okay, so it's Matthew chapter 4 verse 6. Okay, so I'm going to go in there, and that's what's coming up for Matthew chapter 4 verse 6. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the lexicon. All right, so this, people do it in different ways. All right, so it just depends on what you want. Okay, now why am I going to lexicon here? I'll tell you why. It's because I want to get a feeling of what I am going to, in this verse here, what I'm going to start taking out or paying more attention to. Okay, and he said, okay, all right, so, and said to him, if you are the Son of God, okay, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on hands they will bear you up, so, right? And you will bear you up so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. Okay, so there's quite a bit going on over there. So now from here, I need to be able to say, okay, what am I leaving out? What am I doing? Okay, so that's a lot over there. Okay, but if you look at it, he will command his angels. Okay, if you are the Son of God, he said, throw yourself down, for it is written. But that's what I really want to concentrate on. He will command his angels. So it'll start here. He will command his angels concerning you. Okay, and they will lift you up so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. Okay, so I know probably I'm going to use the words, he will command, okay, his angels. But before I do that, I'm going to go to Blue Letter Bible, and I'm also going to choose Matthew 4. Okay, and here I know it's going to be verse 6. So I'm going to go to verse 6. I hope you can see that. Sorry, I was probably out over there. And I'm going to go to interlinear. Okay, all right, and I'm going to choose interlinear in reverse, because it just puts the English here. Can you see that? The English part over here. Right, and then I'm going to say, and said to him. So we know we're not going to use that. If you are the Son of God, okay, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command. So this is when I want to start. He will command his angels concerning you, and on hands, they will bear you up so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. So there's a lot over here. Normally there's not so many little bits and pieces that you will do, you will have. Okay, so I think what we will do is that we'll have to start grouping them a little bit now. So he will command his angels. Maybe we will say, okay, he will command his angels. Okay, and then concerning you, and then maybe concerning you and on, we'll put it together. Hands, they will bear you up. Okay, so we can say hands, they will bear you up. So we've got already 3. So that you will not strike your foot. Okay, so that you will not strike your foot. Maybe that's a 4th one against a stone. Maybe a 5th one, right? So I'm gonna say to keep it safe, I'm gonna go with maybe about 5. Okay, so let me see. He will command his angels concerning you. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and they will lift you up in their hands. That will make number 3, so that you will not strike your foot. Number 4, against a stone. Maybe that's number 5. Okay, so maybe here now what I will do is that he will command his angels. Okay, so 1, and concerning you 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5. We'll just have to group them together, kind of a thing. So I know now that I need about 5 to 6. All right, so what I will do now is that I will go in. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to one side. All right, maybe here. No place. Right, so there's this part here, and I know it's gonna go on my book over there, and then I'm going to take this here, and then I am going to kind of put it maybe in the middle, kind of like that. There. Right, and just following the dots, and they don't come out straight, trust me. They don't come out straight. Right, so there you go. I've got that. Then I'll take this one here, or I'll take this one here. Right, maybe I'll take this one and I'll say, okay, so I know I'm getting 5 in, so I'm gonna keep the side a little bit on the clearer side. Okay, so I know now, maybe I'll put 1 here, a circle here, and 1 there, maybe 1 there. That's 3. And here, even if I do half circles, I'm fine. Even if I go smaller circles, I'm also fine with that. Okay, maybe I'll put 1 here, and it's not a full circle. That's fine. Okay, the whole idea, ladies and gents, is to show you that don't get paralyzed by the fact that it's intimidating. Okay, like that. Okay, and then this part over here, I am actually going to leave blank, because I'm going to put my versions over there. In fact, this circle over here looks a little bit towards the too much towards what's going on there, so I'm just gonna take it out, and watch what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna put a smaller circle there now, so that I still got room over there. Right, so I just put a smaller circle there. Who's to say that they all have to be the same size? Right, so the next thing I'm going to do now is that I got it in my book on this side now, on my Bible, what I'm going to break it up into. Okay, now remember, I have not done this now. I'm doing it with you. I'm going to Matthew, and it was 4, and we are doing number 6. Okay, right, so I've got, this is called the Parallel Plus app. And what it does is that instead of sitting with all these Bibles now, I am just going to, you can choose which versions you want to, or translations rather, you want to use. So I said, okay, let's try to use the Amplified, ESV, and NLT. Okay, normally I'll do NKJV and like ESV and NLT or something, but I thought let's give Amplified a chance today as well. So it says, and he said mockingly, okay, to him, if you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written. Right, so now a lot of things you want to ask yourself is, who's he? Okay, who's he over here? and we'll find all that out because we are going to do background information as well. Okay, so some may not agree with the with some may say no, let's not do it like that. Let's do it, we do a background of the page of the chapter, whatever. And that is absolutely right. You should be doing, like, you should not be going into verse mapping if you haven't read like the book. You should be reading the book first. Okay, so I've done Matthew a few times now, and I know who he is referring to over here. So don't go into it blindly as well. You've got your whole life to be able to verse map or whatever. So read the Bible. It's absolutely important to read the Bible because then you'll have context. And that's where we, all of us should start. And we went to number 4. So Matthew, 5, it went to 5. 5, and we are looking at 6. Okay. All right. So many people will say, oh, do background first. And it depends on you what you want to do. It depends on you, but I like starting over here because as I work through it, I am going to see certain things popping out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a normal pen and I'm going to take the NIV version. He will command his angels, and I put it in here. Right, so now I know I'm going to take the other versions as well. So I am going to use the same one. If I can find it. Oh, there's it, yeah. So I know I want 3 versions. I'm going to put my versions here now. All right. And later on, you can make this pretty. And that was right at the end there. And I'm going to put one here like this. So you can see from what I'm doing, ladies and gents, there is absolutely no perfection in what I do, because I don't want my perfection to overrule my primary purpose. And my primary purpose is to spend time in God's word. So remember that. And the next one is so I'm doing the amplified now. Okay, so I've got 4 versions here at the moment. I've got the NIV, I got the amplified, I got the ESV, and I got the NLT. Okay, but I just feel that I'm going to call for the NKJV as well. All right, so I'm going to use this little part over here to be able to call for the NKJV. So I'm going to do it very quickly. I'm going to go to sorry, this is my old phone. So the apps are not in the order that I want it to be in. The apps. So I'm just going to go to the Bible over here, and I'm going to choose now NKJV over here. And I am going to go to I'm going to go now to Matthew. I'm going to go to 4, and it was verse 6. Okay. If you are the son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge over you. So I'm going to put that down now. He shall give his angels charge over you. Okay, so I added the NKJV version over there. And as I was looking, writing these verses out, I saw that there were certain words like there in NKJV and the amplified that they had like in italics or whatever the case may be. So I'll keep that in mind. And I see it coming here as well in the NLT version. Okay, so the versions you choose to use should not all be thought for thought versions. because you will lose the meaning. Not the version, it's the translation. Sorry, I don't know why I'm using the word version. So you should have at least one translation that is as close as possible to the word for word, okay? And that is why I went in and I wrote the NKJV. Okay, the NKJV, the NLT is the thought for thought one over here, right? And I like ESV, and I like NLT, but that's for a separate video. But your thought for thought translation should not be the only translation you read. So maybe we should say that rather. Right, so now what we're going to do is that we've got these now, and as I mentioned, we can pretty it up later.